Well, hello there, beautiful, beautiful people.
Hello.
So,
Today we are joined by the beautiful Mike
Hello.
and Ash
heyo.
of Twitch fame.
Oh, yeah. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Ah, of course. And obviously you can catch their stream where, Ash?
Yeah. Twitch.tv/Ashikun.
Indeed. But for now, we're looking at weird news. And as is tradition, Mike, Ash, is this real or fake?
Like,
Fake?
Yeah. Yeah. That puddle is sus. For me.
You have to remember, someone could have dug the shape of a heart out of that and put that there. It could be slightly doctored, but are you sure it's fake, Mike?
yes.
Interesting. Well, Ash, what do you say?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just. It might be a red herring, but it's just something about the way that that puddle is reflecting everything else around it. Just doesn't sit right with me. It's yeah.
Well, you're both wrong. It's real. It does look remarkably fake, though. I will say that. You are both, I would have thought it was fake.
I mean, there's just loads about it that looks
Exactly.
wrong.
Doesn't it look like it's slightly shaded wrong and there's just so much shit going on?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, honestly, I would have thought it was fake. Now, Ash,
Yeah.
were you a good student at school?
Depends on whether we're talking about the early arc or the late arc.
Let's go with the later arc.
Yeah, pretty much. Apparently very modest as well.
Well, did you see what happened to bad students at school?
Students where?
Like at
Where
your
I
school?
was? I mean, depends on your definition of bad. There was a little block out in the side where they had the isolation rooms.
Okay.
Actually struck me as a bit dystopian, to be honest. But
Oh, well, don't worry. Kanye West and his school, he's got a bit
boy.
more of a dystopian for you.
Oh boy.
Now, Mike,
Oh,
you
no.
you love Kanye West. He's a returning character.
Character is very apt, yes.
Now, if you wanted a student to stay in place, obviously you would need a cage.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, he wanted to cage students, and he threatened to punch staff.
Of course. Nothing about Kanye West surprises me anymore.
Oh no, it's like how Shia LaBeouf kind of just does whatever the hell, but like Kanye West is a bit more extreme. Now,
Oh boy.
Mike,
Yeah.
there's a lot of gun stuff.
Okay.
So where do you think all the gun stuff is occurring?
Is it America?
You are correct. It is America. Now, Mike, you've ordered food before.
Once or twice.
Now, what if they got your order wrong? What would you do?
Depends on how wrong, actually.
Okay, let's say they got it slightly wrong.
Slightly, did they miss a dip, or did they?
They missed a side, like a side.
I'd probably ring up.
Okay. Now, imagine if you were in the restaurant and you got your order wrong. What would you do then?
But I would bring it up to the stuff.
Okay. Well, you see, one person in Las Vegas decided to threaten a shooting because they got the wrong order.
Yeah, of course they did.
Do you want to know what, Mike? Because weird news.
No,
is...
I don't want to know what, Mike.
Well, Mike, you see, what's weird? I didn't include this story, but I'll just quickly mention it. Now, Ash, what if you got discount on a meal?
I would not threaten a mass shooting.
Well, obviously, this person
I
got
can't
discount.
believe you.
Well, you see, this person got discount on a meal at a drive-thru, and then was so disgruntled that they got a discount, they then came back through the drive-thru and started opening fire. Why?
Oh boy.
I guess, the idea of a discount makes it feel like they're cheap. I don't fucking know, but they're going to a fast food restaurant, so what the fuck? Well, Mike, if you had just got out of a relationship and you were very happy, it was a shit relationship,
Yeah.
and you're very happy to be out of it, how would you celebrate that news with the rest of the world or the rest of the local vicinity? Giving an idea about what I just mentioned in the previous few stories.
I don't know, probably shooting someone.
Shooting in the air. Because I just divorced my wife. Man charged with firing celebratory shots in downtown Nashville.
That's quite funny.
Yeah, he shot 8 shots into the air and was like, I just divorced my wife.
One for each year.
Oh, that would have been so fucking good. Oh,
I don't know. He says he's 26. It's probably one for each month.
Yeah, that would have been so good though.
Fucking hell.
Uh,
Do we have a lot of
We have one more.
Americans? I mean, guns.
We have one more guns. But
Okay.
it then ties into the next story. Because,
That doesn't fill me with confidence.
Mike, in your lovely picture, you've got the sun behind you. At least I believe it's the sun, unless it's an
That is
egg
a sun,
yolk.
yes. No, that is definitely a sun.
Now, when the moon covers the sun, what is that called?
Eclipse.
Exactly. And recently there was an eclipse.
There
But-
was, yeah.
Would you say that the eclipse is speaking to you?
No, I would say that they're arguably the second best mercenary group in Mass Effect.
Interesting. Well, for one woman, a woman shoots interstate drivers and says God told her because of the eclipse.
Florida.
Oh, yeah. Florida, indeed.
Oh, she's
Florida
from
woman.
Georgia. She's from Georgia.
That Georgia woman.
Well, she checked out a Florida hotel. So, when you enter Florida, you then become Florida woman. Now, Ash, understanding
Yeah.
that the last story was about an eclipse, What Google search result skyrocketed in America?
Uh,
I think I know this.
uh, the- how to make the sun come back?
Honestly, that's a fucking good one.
That's quite good.
That's a really, really good one.
Can I ruin it?
Oh, go on then.
I think the answer was, can you look at the sun without glasses?
Well, you're closer. It's eyes hurt. My eyes hurt.
Yes.
Why do my eyes
Yeah.
hurt after staring at the eclipse? You're
Yeah, I thought it
staring at
was
the
gonna be something like
fucking
that.
sun. What do you think? Oh, look, that's
Trendy.
weird.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
imagine that.
Trending on X. My eyes.
I love the fact that they're just like, oh, I'm staring at the sun. Why the fuck does that hurt? Why do you think?
Boy.
Oh, God. Now, next. Former University of Iowa hospital employee used fake identity for 35 years.
I hate to say it, but he looks like he's even gone to the lengths of wearing a latex mask.
It does,
in
yes.
That mugshot.
Yeah. Like, what's weird is, like, he knew the person whose identity he took 35 years ago, and then he was just like, yeah, I'll be you. And he just took his identity. And he's been living like that for 35 years.
Yeah, that's quite impressive. Do they look similar?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, because why do background checks when you're working, in medicine?
Oh, God.
Mike, it's overrated.
Yeah.
It's overrated, Mike.
What, medicine or
Background checks, apparently.
Or safety?
Safety, probably. Now, Mike, would you follow the advice of an AI if the government had authorized it?
No.
You know what? You're smarter than most of New York City, because New York City's AI chatbot was caught telling businesses how to break the law. And yeah, the city isn't going to take it down.
I'm shocked. Wait, why aren't they going to take it down?
It's too much money.
Do they need to? Why don't they just? Or they could teach it to not tell people to break the law. I'm going to assume that people are asking them how to circumvent laws. That's how it's happening. It's not going to outrightly do it, right?
No, it is. Yeah.
Right.
It's just giving them answers, but obviously some of the answers are wrong because of the data it's been trained on.
Right.
Oh, Mike. This is just AI now. This is just how AI works.
I wonder if it's learned its understanding of New York City's business laws from Donald Trump.
That's true.
It gets the New York vibe perfectly. How can I break the law?
I mean, to be fair, the last time we talked about New York in a good way, we were talking about how they'd recently appointed a rat czar. To deal with the rat problem. Someone has now got the official title of rat czar. Which is awesome. Now, Ash.
Yep.
Hypothetically, if you had a child and you didn't want to pay child support, how would you get out of it?
Oh god, so many options. Some more morally dubious than others.
I'm more New York appropriate than others.
Yes, I would ask New York's business chatbot to tell me what the lawful way of dealing with this situation is.
Well, it's not lawful, but it is an answer that the chatbot would probably give, because man fakes his own death to avoid paying child support.
Do you know what? Fair play, my lad.
Jesus. He had to pay $100,000 apparently in child support. It's a lot. But yeah, he accessed the death registry in Hawaii and then just declared himself dead.
So he didn't fake his own death. He hacked a government website. Even
Yeah,
better.
but yeah, I mean, technically, he under the law, he's dead.
Well, yeah.
You sound like you're on the other side of the room. Are you okay?
Yes, I am.
You are okay, or you're on the other side of the room?
Yes.
Exactly. Well, now obviously there was an earthquake recently in America.
I was just grabbing liquid. Sorry.
Obviously there was an earthquake in America recently. Now, what operation, as a man, would you probably not like to go under the knife for?
I'm gonna say any form of removal based on cancer.
That's a good one. That's a good one. The answer, because I said male specifically, is Pennsylvania man was getting a vasectomy when the
Jesus.
earthquake struck.
No, I don't want to know any about that.
Okay, do you want to move on?
No. I want to know what happened.
He apparently just said it felt like a little bump. Because, to be fair, it's a relatively safe procedure.
Yeah.
Mike's just lighting the gas. If we hear a random explosion, we know that Mike just is gone.
I'm impressed it could pick it up.
What was I correct?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Now, if you had a penis enlargement surgery, Ash, why would you try and sue a doctor?
Because they tried to do it during an earthquake.
Good guess.
I mean, what if hypothetically you go in for a penis enlargement surgery and you end up with less penis than you went in with?
That would be good. What if I said it was kind of like a monkey's paw situation?
Oh, the opposite.
Well, kind of you wish for it, but not in the way you expect. So, man undergoes penis enlargement surgery, but he now has erectile dysfunction.
No.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
it's very monkey's paw, isn't it? It's like, I wish for a bigger dick.
I mean, it's a bit like what's it called? Like a gin
Yeah, gin.
wish.
A gin's
It
wish.
technically happened,
Yeah.
but with a caveat.
Yeah, you have to be real specific. Now, over in America, there are porch pirates. So people who steal shit from, you know, your porch. They don't really happen here. At least not that I'm cognizantly aware of.
The one thing I do know that people have done it for is garden gnomes.
Why? I am curious.
People.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Also,
No,
earthquake related. There was slight sports news, and just because we were on the earthquake thing, I saw there was an earthquake. I think it was an earthquake that happened that was like kind of centered around New Jersey last week.
yes,
Question
it would have
mark?
been the same one.
Yeah.
Like the New York State
yeah,
area.
it will have been. Yeah, it was. And there was baseball practice going on, and the guy just carried on.
Yeah. Oh well, Mike, there's a very fun sports question that I'd love to ask you, and you will soon see it because it's nearer the end.
Okay. I will shut the fuck up and we can carry on.
Do not fear. Now, what is the best disguise if you were planning to steal someone's package from their porch?
Raccoon.
Raccoon is an amazing one. Ash?
A package, Metal Gear style.
You know what? I think you're technically closer because the idea is a bin bag. Look at him go! Yeah, the thief dressed as a trash bag and they were caught on camera. Look at them go. It truly is.
You know what? Fair play. I feel
truly
like
is.
got some Solid Snake bullshit going on
Yeah, it truly
here.
is a weapon that can surpass Metal Gear.
This fucking feet poking out the back.
It's very funny. It's like the it's like the shittest ghost. Mum, I want to go dressed as a ghost for Halloween. No, we have a trash bag. Now,
I mean, you could do so much with a trash bag.
you can. That is very, very true. Now, Mike, can you tell me where the two, I'd say the two major video game producers are? So, like, the video game consoles are. Like, which country are they from?
Japan
And,
and America.
right, now, the one thing you're not thinking about is Russia, because Putin wants Russia to make consoles to compete with the PlayStation and Xbox.
Interesting.
This is just going back to the glory days of the Soviet Union, where they just make their own sort of copies of Western consumer goods, isn't it?
I'm just waiting till they release, for some reason, like an Unreal Engine version of Tetris. I feel you'd be amazing at Tetris, Ash. I can't do Tetris.
I'm not amazing, but I did play quite a bit of it when I was a lot younger.
Did you ever play fighting games?
So I did kind of in the early PlayStation era, and I'm going to slightly spoil things a little bit here because it does actually happen to be that the one that I did play was Tekken.
Ah, well, the reason you mentioned Tekken is because have you ever heard of Waffle House?
Vaguely.
It's an American establishment, I believe. But Tekken director asks why the fuck Americans want Waffle House to be a stage in the new Tekken.
I mean, why not? Why the hell not?
I think it's because he just doesn't understand. He's this Japanese dude. He's like, the fuck? Why is it so important? Why is this like the must-have for America?
I mean, the whole chicken and waffles. We were talking about this the other day, actually. The whole chicken and waffles thing, and like, I don't. Conceptually, it sounds fine because it's going to be, it's going to be like some sort of like honey maple based sauce that binds it together. Because honey and waffles, maple and waffles, whatever.
Yeah.
But also honey and chicken or like maple syrup and chicken sounds fine. And so and the people I was talking to was like, you're not generally going to eat them both together. It's kind of like one or then the other. But that doesn't quite concept, does it? Because like they're together. You'd want to eat them together.
I think you're hungry. You just want waffles and chicken.
I mean, I am currently ovening food.
Well, Mike.
Yeah.
Since I am stealing you away from your food, if you were on Air Force One, would you nick something?
Probably not.
What about you, Ash? Do you think you'd nick something if you're on Air Force One?
So I think I would probably take more than the recommended amount of presidential M&M.
Okay. Well, a reporter specifically, went on Air Force One and, hands off Biden's pillowcases because a journalist was stole Air Force One pillowcases.
Interesting.
I do love how presidential M&Ms are a thing.
Yeah, these are presidential M&Ms from 2016.
Probably don't eat them.
It's also weird. It's like, I guess, like, why would you have like presidential like memorabilia on a plane? Like, it's not a gift shop, and I'm pretty sure the president doesn't give a shit. Just give him normal M&Ms.
The president probably doesn't remember what his pillowcases look like.
Exactly. Like, it's not a gift shop, so why does it need to be like embroidered and shit like that?
Probably so that they know. Probably so that they know to do proper security on it and not check it for knives.
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
Lined for knives and shit.
Now, Mike, have you heard of the idea of dogs chasing a car?
Yeah.
Now, which do you think dogs would chase more, a cat or a car?
Probably the car.
Car, interesting. Well, you see, dogs were chasing a cat, and it managed to get into a car, and yeah, the dogs then fucked up the car because they got angry that they couldn't get at the cat. So when the woman who owned the car came out and saw her car completely fucked, she saw on the camera that dogs had just went absolutely apeshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
When in Florida, do as the Floridians do. Now, how do you move salmon from one area to another?
Salmon,
Salmon.
as in the fish.
Yes, the fish.
By like water bag or water
Yeah.
tank.
To be fair, quite a lot of them are normally dropped from helicopters and airplanes, or even shot out of a salmon cannon, which is a giant like tube of water that goes and shoots them up.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to back the fuck up about 4 words.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But obviously, the reason why they move like young salmon is because they're quite easy to, they get killed a lot. So
yeah,
to help,
I mean, fish. I mean, the transport of fish, as I learned quite recently, can be a killer.
yeah, and also like naturally they're sometimes they can't get to where they need to be because either like a river's dried up or whatever, they can't get to their breeding ground.
Yeah.
Well, when they were transporting thousands of young salmon, they survived a truck crash because they dropped into a nearby creek.
Interesting.
Admittedly, although they did survive, they are unfortunately in the wrong area, so they'll have to get fished out and moved. So it's a good thing that they survived the car crash, well, the truck crash, but they will have to get moved.
I believe a fish survived a car crash.
I know. God, us humans are so weak.
Should
So
be more fish.
Exactly, be more fish, less donkey. Because donkeys ride trains, or horses ride trains, don't they, Mike?
Yeah.
You see, this horse, in Australia, joined commuters on the train. Come
Bless
on,
it.
horse.
The irony of horses being replaced by iron horses being replaced by modern locomotives that now take horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's just loads of weird animal stuff. There we go. The horse was safe and sound, taken home. Now, Mike, in our lovely game of Crusader Kings,
Yes.
we may need to venture to an island, specifically a tiny Italian island.
Yes. Potentially.
Now, what if I told you there was a tiny Italian island that was just giving away goats?
Goats.
Goats. Because, you see, this tiny Italian island is giving away goats to anyone who can catch them.
Oh, that sounds like they're not giving them away. They're allowing people to get them. That's
Yes.
also free real estate.
Yes, because they've been wreaking havoc over a 2-mile square island of Alcudia, which
Yeah.
I've been to. I don't remember goats, but they aren't a recent thing. Because in the 80s, right, someone just released 100 of them, and then they've just went absolutely rampant and destroying the island.
Hey, I mean, what? Increasing your population 6-fold over the case of however many years is quite impressive.
Yeah, 84 to 2024, what, 40 years?
Yeah, 40 years, yeah.
But yeah, now they're just everywhere, and they're just like, well, the fuck? We need these goats gone. Jesus.
I will never do that again.
Well, obviously, Mike, that would be terrifying to some animals. Now, how would you use modern technology to scare away animals?
I don't know, probably either some sort of weird sonic pulse or a robotic scarecrow.
You know what? Robotic Scarecrow is pretty spot on because An airport employs robot disguised as predator to scare wildlife away from runways.
Yeah, that'll do it. I'd
Oh,
I'd be
God.
scared shitless if that was running at me.
It's one of those things.
Well, obviously, this is a new kind of drone because, as you can see, they plan to put fur on it.
Okay.
Because it's not going to look like a predator if it doesn't have fur on it. Also, like, I get that it's meant to, like, scare animals away from the runway, but what if it scares animals and this thing breaks down on the runway? Wouldn't you rather have a plane hit a goose than
That.
than that?
Yeah.
Essentially a bomb. But what do I know?
I swear these were being hawked to, like, flogged at law enforcement only a few years ago. Like, pretty much the same sort of robot design.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Boston Dynamics, when they did theirs, they said then they're specifically not going to do anything with guns, and obviously they don't advise anything to do with weaponry. However, like, loads of companies have been like, hey, if you have a Boston Dynamics drone, here's a thing you can add to it. So it technically keeps their hands clean.
Yay. Aftermarket parts.
Now, Ash, do you like meat?
Ooh. Yes.
Asking for a friend.
Of course. Of course.
Well, over in Australia, an Australian supermarket uses GPS locators to discourage meat theft.
Honestly, I thought that going into a Sainsbury's and seeing security tags on tiny chicken packs was bad enough.
Oh yeah, you see, people are straight up stealing, like, high quality meat, and obviously it's probably easier, because Australia is so close to Japan, to get Wagyu beef. Like, Mike, do you know what Wagyu beef is?
Not, like, specifically.
It's essentially a beef from cows in Japan that have been, like, specifically raised, and it's got such amazing marbling.
Right,
It's
okay.
like super expensive. I would love to try
Like,
it.
I know it's expensive and it's funky, but
Yes.
like,
But I'd love to try it. But yeah, people are stealing it. But
I mean, they're going to steal it because it's the expensive one. They
I
can
mean,
flog
yeah,
it.
of course.
Yeah.
But yes, so I would give you meat, Ash, but alas, it's got a tag on it apparently.
I'm going to go to Australia to
Yeah,
get
it's true.
secure meat.
Now, over in Germany, I know, they've not done meat. They have done cheese. Now, can you tell me, what do you think Milbenkäse is?
Pass.
Pass, Mike? Do you want to guess
Where
what
are we?
is... What do you think is in this magical German cheese?
Milbenkäse.
Yeah, Milbenkäse.
No, I don't.
No clue?
I'm going to say marble, just because
Marble,
German
honestly, I'll tell you right now, it's the rock marble would probably be a lot more appealing because this is a rare German cheese that is infested with live mites.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I know.
I mean, I remember seeing like maggot cheese when I was younger, and like, yeah, no wonder I don't like cheese.
Yeah, there's also one called spider cheese.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan either.
No,
Don't worry, Mike.
I'm not
Let's
scared.
go.
I'm not scared of spiders. Spiders
Mike-
don't problem me, but not in my food.
Yes, I don't really want to eat spiders.
Yeah. Who are you, Bear Grylls?
Exactly. Now, Ash,
Mhm.
do you like mussels?
We talking the sort of like anatomical thing or the seafood thing?
Oh, the anatomical thing.
Uh, weirdly, I'm not really into buff people
fair
so
dues.
much.
And indeed, Kajitsu Ken. I'll tell you right now, like, Germany, like, has some of the best food, but as is tradition, just with every country, sometimes you just get really wrong stuff. It's like how Sweden has smorgastorta, which,
Smorgastorta, oh god.
oh my god,
Can we can we maybe show it, but also can we not?
it's it's not worth it, man. But yes, back to muscles. Mike, you're a strong, strapping gentleman.
That is a complete fabrication of the truth.
Well, how many squats do you think you could do?
Right now, 0. I'm sat.
What if you did it in 24 hours?
Like across the course of 24
Yes,
hours
across the
or
course of
non-stop?
24 hours.
I don't know. I'm interested to know.
Well, let's just say a world record has been set by one dude who is like fucking worked on them thighs and
Are
glutes.
his legs going to be like marble?
Well, you see, he did 26,000 squats in 24 hours. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
26,100. You know,
He took-
the last
he took-
one, the last 100. No.
He beat it by 1,000 squats. He took 30-second breaks every 22 squats and took a few longer breaks throughout the day. Despite getting tired halfway through, he was eating, yeah, like fair.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah. I definitely could not do that.
No, I could, like, in a day I could probably do more than I'd think, but in like a sitting I could do what? Maybe 50? And then I'd get knackered.
Yeah. And he's taking breaks every 22 squats.
I know. It's too much. Now,
It's impressive, though.
do you like basketball, Mike?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to tell me what ruling you would give. So,
Okay.
on the buzzer, there was a foul.
Okay.
And the referee had said, okay, you get free throws. Is that correct or incorrect?
Well, on the buzzer means the game would be over.
Exactly.
So no.
No. Well, in Irish in Irish basketball, against the spirit, Irish basketball team refuses to order to replay 0.3 seconds of a game. Because
Well, hang on. If there were 0.3 seconds left, then yes, it was a foul.
Well, they had to technically do it because he only gave it to them after the buzzer.
Yeah, that happens. Because you can't stop the buzz. Like, the buzzer won't go. The buzzer will go off because you cannot human reaction 0.3 of a second to stop the clock.
No,
It's
but
not possible.
they gave it like a little bit after, like a few seconds after.
That happens.
And would you say that that is allowed to go ahead or not?
Yeah, they do. They've done that in
Well,
the NBA before.
you see, what happened is they'd given them it, and it had completely changed the game. They went
it will
from
be.
they went from losing to winning, and they went to the rule book afterwards, and they said technically what they'd done was against the rules, so they ordered them to play the last 0.3 seconds of the game. To which, surprise, the winning team were like, no. Well, the now winning team. The other team was like, yeah, that's great, let's do that.
Yeah, but the now winning team refusing means that they could just have their game forfeited.
I know, it's hard, isn't it?
The likelihood of them scoring in 0.3 of a second is
Also, they wouldn't get the throws.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Well, that's
no
also
way they
wrong.
could get, like, free throws in, like, 0.3 of a second.
Yeah.
Also, what are you going to do? Just, like, play ball, done.
Well, yeah, you would, like, people can get a shot off in that time because the clock won't start until person picks the ball up out of play. So, like, they throw the ball in bounds.
I'm kind
Until
of
that ball is picked up by the person inside, the clock doesn't start.
curious though. Like, if the ball is in midair and then goes in after the buzzer, does that count?
Yes.
It. Oh, okay.
Yes,
That's good to know.
that's my point. So you get the ball out of your, because they'll have cameras and all sorts focusing on the clock, the timer, blah blah blah, and the person. If you get that shot off before it goes buzzer, if it goes in, it goes in.
That's interesting.
Which
Okay.
is why my point about, so if they ruled the foul to be zero point 0.3 of a second left, not after the buzzer, not on the buzzer, that 0.3 of a second is still in play, meaning that the free throws happened, everything happened, those 3.3 of a second should still be played.
Okay. Good to know. Well, Mike,
Yeah.
when you die, do you think you'd like to go out in a silly way? Like, many people have went out, like, you know, some people have put like a MP3 player in their coffin as they're getting buried, so it's like, oh help, let me out, I'm still alive.
God.
Now, Ash, what do you think a elderly woman in the UK has asked for at their funeral?
Uh, I've seen the title, so I don't know how to respond.
Up to you. Well, you can say the title and introduce it.
Oh, I'm just trying to think if I can think of something that I would have said if I hadn't seen the title, which is a very oddly meta thing for me
I know.
considering. Could you possibly repeat the question?
Yes. What would you think a elderly woman has done at her funeral? It's an elderly woman in the UK. To be fair, most of the UK, like, most of this funny stuff for funerals seem to happen in the UK.
Yeah. I would. Yeah. I would. Oh God, this is a difficult one.
Do not fear.
My gut feeling was something rising out of the coffin.
That would be
But-
good. That would be really good. Well, it's more about who takes you away, because you see, they asked for someone to dress as the Grim Reaper, and then just point at other people and say, "You're next."
Oh wow.
That's a bit over the top, maybe.
It's so fucking funny though.
Yeah.
There he is.
Because
Hello there, it's me, Grim Reaper Dave.
Why do I feel like somehow that's not, like, sure, that's a mask, but why does it not feel like a mask?
Because
That makes sense.
Yes, no, I fully agree. It's because of the inlaid eyes, and because, like, you can see how where the skull is, like, the brain is inlaid because there's no top of the skull, so it looks like
Yeah.
it's a bit closer to the actual head. Like, that looks scary. Full body, no.
that
with
looks
with random loafers.
What were you
looks
saying?
to me like a cross between. Here is an obscure reference nobody will get. Lord Fear from Nightmare, and also one of the characters from Willy's Chocolate Experience. It's like if
God.
that guy did the Grim Reaper.
Like,
He lives in the walls.
Like, I like that this Grim Reaper has just been on many cans of Stella.
Yeah.
Look at him just in the back. Imagine that shit at your funeral. I mean, I have to. Like, good on her.
Oh.
Like, she knew what she wanted. Like,
Having a bit of fun on the way out.
yeah. Good on her. You know. Like, she role played all the way into the end of the service and made people jump. Now, I thought to end the stream, we'd look at some of the weird or wonderful gravestones or headstones. Like, some of them are a bit wacky. Now, Mike, if you and your lover were buried on the other side of a wall, How would you reunite?
Like on alternating sides.
Yes, alternating sides. One on one side, one on the other.
I don't know, something like a bridge going over the wall.
That's
Quite
really
funny.
good. A bridge would be good. What do you think, Ash?
I think just knock a hole in the wall and fill in between the two, so there's like a little gap in the wall.
Ah, that would be good as well. Okay. Well, this one's quite quirky. As you can see, these are star-crossed lobbers in Holland.
Oh,
I like it. I think it's quite
What
adorable.
dickhead buried them either side of a wall?
Ah, it's fine. He was buried in a Protestant cemetery,
Ah.
and the other one was Catholic.
I see.
I think it's good though.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good one. Very artistic. Paris. Ah, yes. The grave that keeps growing.
Or do they just keep putting more people in it?
Yeah, the local legend is that the body continues to grow after death, meaning that the tomb is 18 meters long currently.
Interesting.
Burial facing the opening sky. Honestly, that just looks like a feature in a park. Colourful cat. Cool. Okay. Oh, Dancer's final curtain. That's good. Good for them. This one's a
That's
bit...
a little creepy.
Yes, a bit weird. You see, he wished to gaze upon... The face he's holding is that of his wife, which he wished to gaze upon for all eternity. I'm not sure if that's lovely or weird, because it's
I
essentially
mean, the
severed
concept,
head.
sure. The
concept
concept,
is,
sure.
yes.
The reality, bit creepy.
Yeah.
the execution is lacking somewhat.
The girl in the shadow box. That's quite cool. I like that. Artsy. Yep. Just Andy Warhol's grave. Cool. Melted candle. I like that. It's cool. And that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Where we will end Weird News. But obviously, Mike, you know, you and Ash haven't requested Puppy. I guess the stories weren't too horrific for you. So, would you like Puppy?
We definitely hit the trough with the fucking gunmen
There was
disliking their meal.
Yes, there was lots of gun-related stories, unfortunately. Well, you know what Puppy thinks of guns?
What does Puppy think of guns?
Get the fuck out of here.
No!
No.
I will not look at the camera.
How dare you? But yes, that is the end of Weird News. I hope you both had an amazing time.
Yeah, that was fun.
But yes, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you Mike and Ash for joining me, and we shall catch you later. Goodbye!
Adios.